Let's get some air in your head. Hey there guys, and welcome to this video. You've searched in your search engine in YouTube how to make teacher videos from home. So in the light of this current pandemic and all of the lockdowns, I feel as though it's time for me to share some experience with you about making teacher videos and making them really awesome, because you're quite capable of it. But first, let me preface this with I have absolutely no qualifications in film and television or audiovisual stuff. I don't understand the acronyms in the specifications of hardware, but I have spent the last 18 months working for a very supportive school who has thrown me in the deep end with this audiovisual stuff because I happen to have a personality that's a little bit out there and tends to go okay behind the camera. So most people who are teaching and at this point in time may be locked at home or maybe working from home or maybe just have this desire to see a little bit more tech in their classrooms, you're wondering where to start. So let me alleviate your fears. Let me squash your fears a little bit with some general knowledge. So the three questions that we often approach a new situation with, and in terms of teaching, is what do I have to teach? And in this case, what tech do I need in order to be able to do it? How do I use that tech, or how do I teach through that tech? So what I have learned over the last particularly 6 months as I have been filming from home is that you can do it, and you have the skills to do it simply by being a human being with qualifications in your area and experience with students. So what I have set up in my home, you can set up as well. What you're going to need is a PC. So I started with a laptop. I had a MacBook Air. It was the bee's knees of MacBook Airs provided by my school. However, it didn't have the data crunching grunt that is required for audiovisual capture. So when you think about audiovisual capture, you've got this, how many millions of pixels being sent to your computer at least 20 times a second, depending on what your frame speed is, and you are asking your computer to analyze all of those pixels of data, the ones and zeros, multiple times a second at the same time as aligning the video and audio data capture. Now, I have no clue how the computer does it, but I do know from experience that a general laptop, which is great for normal teaching, doesn't work for audiovisual capture. So you're going to need a PC. Now, if in your home office you have the world's most ancient PC, the chances are it's probably still got more grunt than your average laptop. So go and fire it up, clear the cache, wipe whatever you're not using, and have as much of that RAM and whatever other acronyms available for audiovisual capture. So get yourself a PC or a laptop that is a gaming laptop and has some grunt, or maybe a MacBook Pro. That would probably work for most of your video from home requirements. Now, the other thing that I have set up in my home office, and it is by no means a professional office, it is just the spare room at home. I have a blind on my window to shut out the light. What I have is two lights for my lighting, so you can see that my hands are shadowing my face. We have lights over here. I bought them off Amazon. They would have been, I don't know, 20 bucks. They're very inexpensive, and I have them shooting at 45 degrees to light me up on camera. And the other thing is, to make this beautiful darkness behind me, I've got a green screen. Okay, some of you are like, oh my goodness, green screen starting to get a little bit technical. No, it's not. You'll be able to do it. Just bear with me. I got a green screen. I'll show you what it looks like. There we have it. The green screen behind me is literally a green piece of material hung up on a very, very not so sturdy frame with some bulldog clips. And that's what I've got. So I've got a PC. I've got two lights at 45 degrees. I've got a green screen. Okay, that's all I've got in my home office. And my computer is on a standing desk, which I can wind manually up and down to be at the right level. So I am really trying to get my eyes at my webcam level. So lights, PC, green screen, you're good to go. Now we're going to have a look at the software for video recording. Okay, so what you should be able to see on the screen is me as well as the rest of my computer screen. Okay, so what I want to show to you is what I use. Now, I use a program called Ecamm Live. Now, that means that I have to pay a fee every month or every year for its use, but it really is a good quality program. Now, there is a free version, not of Ecamm Live, but it's called OBS, and it is free software for video recording capabilities. It is a very large program because it is free for Windows users, Linux users, Mac users. So it does have to have a large range of capabilities, but you can use it and it does everything the same as what Ecamm Live does. So you can see it in front of you. So what I've got, you can see the recording above me, I think, and you can see my toolbar down the bottom. So you should be able to see everything that I'm doing. So this is what I look like if I'm just recording a video. Now over here I have my scenes. Now you would have seen at the beginning, no pun intended, you would have seen at the beginning that I set up my introduction to my video. Let's get some air in your head. And then it flicks to me, which is just my webcam camera. Now you can also see that down here I have camera effects, so I'm just using my FaceTime, my webcam. I've got it on green screen. Now you can fiddle with some of that. If you don't want to have it be transparent, you can have a backdrop. You might like to be against some bricks. You've got multiple things. Maybe perhaps you'd like to be at the beach enjoying the sunshine. But there's lots of things that you can use. You can play with it. The other thing I can do is I can share my screen by clicking this button, or I can have a video in the background of my film here. So what I can do is I can go here and let's say I want this one. Let's get some air in your head. There you go. A video in the background. So it really is quite a simple process for you to undertake to be filming videos for your classes from home. You just need to do a little bit of background legwork in order to be able to set up your office the way you want to be able to film. You might like to have a green screen, but if not, that's fine. A nice neat cabinet behind you, or a poster, or a blank wall. Totally up to you. The kids are not going to be worried about what it looks like in the background. They're going to be worried about your passion for both the subject and for their learning journey. So there you go. That's the first of my series of videos that covers what you actually need in order to be able to film from home. Hang with me for the next video installment where I'm going to go through how to set up your video. So not the actual structure, but what to put in it and how long to make it. And maybe we'll run through and actually put together my video while putting together my video. But stay with me, and if you'd like to subscribe, you know where the button is. And I'll see you soon. Bye.